Batman is a big deal. Not a lot of people think that anymore, or they can kind of just pass it off as he's just another superhero, but he means something to me. And that's what we're going to talk about today. My name is Simon Miller. Welcome to my very random and very out-of-nowhere blog series where, yes, I said blog, I meant vlog. There's loads there. There's a playlist. You can go watch them all. I'll try and remember to put a card in here, but you can find it. You know where playlists exist. But yeah, I was doing a bit of chatting with a friend today, a bit of internet research, and he sent me a link saying that one of the people in the running to play Batman, I think it's the 2020 or 2021 movie. Obviously, this is the one that Ben Affleck was going to be in. At one point, it's called The Batman. At one point, Ben Affleck was going to direct and write the thing, and he was going to star in it. Then he got taken away from the behind the scenes stuff, and he was just going to be in front of camera. And then after Batman vs Superman and the Justice League, he's been replaced as Batman altogether, which means we have an opening and we've got to fill it. It doesn't surprise me that he got taken out of that role. I don't think he necessarily made it his own. Batman vs Superman is just a very strange film in general. Like the fact that they make up and start getting on just because both their mothers, spoiler, are called Martha, is weird. And I can't believe not only did that conversation happen, but someone actually wrote it into the script. It's like the thing in The Simpsons with Poochie, where the owner of Itchy and Scratchy is like, look, you need to come up with a new character and come up with a good name like Poochie, but better. And he leaves, and all the writers go, everybody all right with Poochie? And he's called Poochie. That is the only way I can imagine that this whole Martha thing came about. Anyway, so he's gone. I'm not overly upset about it. I'm not. Just because, and I get it, you have to bring the Heath Ledger thing into this as well. I was the same. When Heath Ledger got cast as the Joker, I don't get up in arms about this stuff because, you know, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But I was a bit like, I don't know how I feel about that. So I kind of learned from that. You can, you know, when you move forward, you've got to learn from the past. You've got to learn from your mistakes. So I approached Batfleck, whatever they called him, with a certain amount of optimism. But no, I don't think it worked. He didn't have the look. It just felt like Ben Affleck in a Batman suit. So now here we are in February 2019, and there's loads of names going around. I mean, my personal favourite would be Josh Brolin. I think, you know, all the roles he's done recently, I just think I think he could have Bruce Wayne down, and I think he could have Batman down. I think he'd do that very well. Arnie Hammer was another one. There's loads. This isn't even Will Arnett. Will Arnett is brilliant as Lego Batman. But the one that I saw, and I'm going to make sure right now, pow, there it is. The article that I saw was Robert Pattinson, the guy that was from Twilight. Now, once again, I will cite Heath Ledger as a reason never to get too crazy about this stuff. But as I was talking about it with my friend back and forth, I thought, you know what, I may as well turn the camera on, and I may as well have a chat here as well with everybody else. And you can feed back, and you can let me know how I'm wrong, how I'm right, how I don't know what I'm talking about, whatever. It's all good. But Robert Pattinson, the guy that was in Twilight, I don't even know what else he's done. I mean, I've only seen flashes of Twilight, but I just don't think... I mean, who am I? I'm right now, I'm some nerd in my living room moaning about an actor potentially playing Batman, which is ridiculous. I hold my hands up. I should be shot out of a cannon, and I should have my face slapped around with a fish or something like that. But it's just... I think it's important, right? We had the Dark Knight trilogy, and Christian Bale made some people upset. I thought he was a great Batman. And Christopher Nolan obviously had a real good take on what he wanted those films to be. A lot of people don't like Dark Knight Rises. I like it. I think it's a good movie. I like Tom Hardy's portrayal as Bane. But I do think... after Batman and Superman and Justice League, especially the DC Universe movies in general, I mean, Aquaman smashed the box office. It was an okay film. Wonder Woman, really good. Everything else kind of been a bust so far. So with Batman, who I think now, you could debate this as well, but to me, and I am biased, but to me in 2019, I think he's just above Superman in terms of box office and popularity. Just my opinion, not in the comic world, in the movie world. And again, you can come and say that I'm an idiot. That's cool. But I just don't think... And I am basing it on, again, the limited acting I've seen. And look, he may be a great actor, and he may be able to define that role better than I'm giving him the credit for. But I can only go on look when it comes to Batman. It's the look. The look you can get away with a lot. If someone looks good in the suit, you're like, well, as long as he can talk all right and he looks like he can kick some ass, that's fine. I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's bad. Now I'm saying it. Like, I don't want to be that guy, because you shouldn't judge someone on those terms. That's wrong. But my gut says don't do this, please. It's just, I don't know. I just think it would be... I just don't think it would work. And again, what do I know? I know nothing. But this ties into Michael Keaton as well. Because before the internet was the thing, Warner Brothers offices were bombarded with mail, with people finding out that Tim Burton had cast Michael Keaton. Be like, he's a comedy actor. We're only doing it because Michael Keaton was in Beetlejuice, which Tim Burton also did. And obviously, Michael Keaton is in the argument for the best one. I mean, the three I think you always have to talk about are Kevin Conroy, Christian Bale, and Michael Keaton. I couldn't choose between them. I love them all so much. So I just think we need to get. Well, my point being is that we've seen that you can't get too. Say with Heath Ledger again, it's the third time I've mentioned it, but it was different for me with Michael Keaton because I think probably Batman was the first movie I saw him in. I wouldn't have seen Beetlejuice before that, and I was cool with it. Like, he had Bruce Wayne down, he had Batman down, he understood that Bruce Wayne is the alter ego and Batman is the real persona, yada yada yada. And also, it was just a damn good movie anyway. Like, especially back then, you didn't really get many good superhero movie films, if any. So to have that, have it so well done, and have that iconic style that Tim Burton brought to it, like very, I don't know the terms, but it just looked cool, right? It looked badass. To me, though, I'm not saying that. What am I saying here? Of course, the movies need to have a sense of humor. Of course they do. I think that's what the Avengers does so well. They balance drama with comedy, and you can kind of enjoy it for both. But there's always a light-hearted tone. And you do need that. With Batman, like in The Dark Knight, I think you can be a bit more edgy with it. And I think you need someone that's going to bring that with how they look. I think it's really important, as I've just said. And to me, Robert Pattinson, I know he's like a heartthrob and people love him, which is cool. And he's smashing it. Like, he's a proper famous actor. But I need someone that you know what, I'm doing it. I'm being shallow. I want to look at someone and go, yeah, you can kick everybody's ass. And that's what I want. The problem being that the hypocritical nature is I don't necessarily think you'd look at Michael Keaton and think he could kick somebody's ass. So, but I did just start thinking. It just sparked my brain off, and I started going on this whole whimsical. Because the bizarre thing about DC is they're kind of over-egging it a little bit. They're overdoing it, especially when it comes to the Joker. Now, I think the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie is probably going to be brilliant because Joaquin Phoenix is one of those actors that kind of throws himself into a role. So I am quite excited about that. But you've also got Jared Leto as the Joker, who was in the Suicide Squad film. So all of a sudden you start convoluting the whole process. The really cool thing about the Marvel Universe is all the characters jump to and fro. Right? That's why it's so great, because you never know who's going to turn up in each movie. You see, Chris Evans, and now you see Captain America, which I don't think is any bad thing. Being typecast as a superhero, I think is the coolest thing ever. You can't do that with the Batman universe now, because if Joaquin Phoenix or Jared Leto walked into the shot, I'm like, which version's this? I mean, I'm not going to know which version is this, but it just takes something away from it. And what I would like to happen is to get a Batman character who can start doing that, because I think he could be the catalyst for everything. We started teasing that. Obviously, Bruce Wayne's in the Wonder Woman movie. He's basically the focal point in the entire Justice League film as well. He's the guy that goes out and tries to rally everybody together. Oh, I don't know. I just don't. I'm going to go on the internet. We never do this on vlogs. I'm going to go on the internet right now and say, who is going to be the new Batman? And we'll get the internet's take on this. This is a really bad idea. Now, right, here we go. I'm going to get this is what Shortlist has got out there. And I haven't set this up well at all with where my microphone is, but this is what we do on these vlogs. There's no rules. Right, Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm going to give it a second, and you're going to say yes or no. I'm going no. He's not right. Joaquin Phoenix. No, Shortlist. What are you doing? You can't. Chris Pine. Now, the problem is they've got mock-ups here. I'll make sure these go on screen. Chris Pine, he doesn't fit that at all. Keanu Reeves. It would work. I like Keanu Reeves. He's all right. Jason Statham, no, but it'd be funny. Josh Brolin, that's my pick. Although there, he doesn't look that great either. Donnie Yen. Have to forgive me, I don't know who Donnie Yen is. Bruce Campbell. Danny Trejo. Okay, we've just gone off now. And then Christian Bale's back. And then we just got Donald Trump. Right, you've gone off the rails. No, I saw the article. It surprised me. It was the last thing I ever expected to see someone link with a Batman film. And as a Batman nerd, I thought, hey, I can talk about this. And I'll get feedback because I know that superhero stuff everybody loves talking about. And that's where we are at right now. I just realized I haven't screwed up my recording doing that. I load it down. Now we're fine. Oh, am I? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's okay. We're going. It's fun to join me on these videos, isn't it? I'm not editing either. That's not how we work. I said no edit vlogs. We just talk. Anyway, comment box below. Who should be the next Batman? I want everyone to go crazy. And then we can probably do another video where we talk about who the eventual winner was. I may put a poll up in the community section of the channel as well, and we can do that. Like the video, share the video. Please do subscribe. That number going up is a wonderful thing to see. And yeah, go watch some other videos. The channel's crazy. There's loads of stuff on there. Podcasts, weird satirical videos. Sometimes I dress up because even though I'm in my 30s, I act like a child. It's fantastic. And if you do want to support me outside of that, all of this is thanks to patreon.com/Simon316. Wouldn't be able to do any of it without Patreon because, you know, everything costs money, unfortunately. Anyway, have good weekends if you are seeing this on the Friday. And I'll see you again next week.